Good evening and welcome to Caking at Midnight. Tonight we will be doing a fault line cake, which is one of the newest trends in cake decorating. So we're going to start with our chilled cakes, and we will be putting quick crumb coat around them, and then we will start adding into our sprinkles. The sprinkles that I have are a couple different ones. There is blue and purple mix, blue with some gold, pearls and gold luster dust, and have them all mixed together to make a pretty fault line on the cake, but we'll go to that later. Have the buttercream all mixed up to a purple color. Use your offset spatula to smooth everything out on the main layer, or the middle of each layer here. Smoother, it's fairly inexpensive. Plastic moves around, but it's good to put on the side of your cake to get a flat side that's even. And then you can just spin around and get all the excess off that you don't need. I'm going to put a little bit of icing around the middle just to get those sprinkles to stick. It doesn't have to be a lot, but this will be where your sprinkles are. So however big or small you'd like to make that is up to you on what you're trying to achieve. Sprinkles on the side where we want them. We're going to take the rest of our frosting and put a thicker layer on the top and the bottom and use our cake smoother to smooth it out. It should be about finished. I'm going to use my smaller offset spatula to basically glob this on around the edges, just so we have enough when we go to smooth it back out. Having your buttercream a little warmer or more of a room temperature is easier just because it's not stiff and it's easier to work with. Just want to make it thick enough so when you go around the edges you're not cutting into the sprinkles that you've already on there. Take your cake smoother and slowly push all of the excess frosting around. Not perfect, but that's exactly how you want it. Just trying to get my edge a little more crisp. That's why I keep going back around it where I want it. Looks pretty good on your fault line, and then we will let that crust a little bit, and then we'll put the luster dust on the edges of the lines. I put the cake in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes just to get it chilled so I can touch it a little bit. And this is a Viva paper towel. It's also called the Viva method, but I wanted to get a little bit more smooth than my cake smoother could do. So I'm gonna take this over the top, and I have the fondant smoother, and you just kind of lightly go over the top of it. You can also take your hand as well. The warmth of your skin doesn't really melt it, but it smooths it all together. You can also put a offset spatula in a glass of hot water, heat up that metal, and then when you put it on your buttercream, it'll smooth it out as well too. It's just another way of doing it. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Everclear and put it in my bowl that I have my edible luster dust in. You don't need a lot, very little. All I want to do is make this more of a paste than a dust. And if it dries up too soon, you can add a little more Everclear to it. But once it dries, it'll turn back into a dust. So if you don't use it all, you can put it back in your container. This is just a basic paintbrush. And I'm going to take in here to get a little bit of gold paste. And this will go right along the edge of the cake next to the sprinkles. Again, does not have to be perfect. And honestly, I think the more of an imperfection with the line makes it more realistic. And that's another thing with these cakes. You can use so many different colors and patterns and variations to it. Cake chilled too will help with this. So you're able to paint the luster dust on a little bit easier instead of having a gloppy paintbrush full of buttercream. Painted on the luster dust on each side of the cake. On the buttercream edges, I have some golden sticklets that we can put in here for a little bit more detail. That looks pretty good. We'll get it transferred onto our cake board and we should be all set. We're all finished with our fault line cake. I hope you've enjoyed our video. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. To see more videos like this one, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to see any tips or tricks in the future, leave it in the comments below. And this is Cakey at Midnight.